Hello there, you're watching Berita Satu English and I'm Florence Armein. It was when Nursiruan Tirtamajaya embarked on a research project to study the sacred dances of the Susuhanan of the Surakarta royal court that he found interest in Javanese fabric. Stimulated by his mother's batik collections, which are deemed as some of Indonesia's best batiks, that his romance with batik started. Undoubtedly, Iwan Tirta has taken batik to a whole new level. We are in the presence of the Group CEO, Johannes Bima of Mahakarya Warisan Nusantara. Am I right? Welcome to the studio, Bima. It's a celebration, or shall I say, it's a very good time for batik.
Indeed, indeed.
As recently, it's been named one of Indonesia's leading commodity.
Yes.
We were talking about it earlier on the sidelines. That why is it? Maybe for the government it's good to call it commodity, but not for the other side of the coin. Would you like to just briefly?
It's more on the terminology, and I wouldn't be too technical about it.
Yeah.
That the way we always say commodity is either something merchandising,
right,
or it's a commodity.
Yeah.
A commodity meaning that you buy and sell with the face value of the product itself.
It seems soulless to call it
exactly.
commodity.
When in terms of batik, I would definitely say that it is soulful.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But it's a batik. It's a beautiful being.
Exactly.
So how do you describe the progress of batik in today's world?
Of course, we have to thank a couple of elements, mixed together in the formula. One being, it is a heritage that has been going on for 400, 500 years. Of course, behind it, lots of development, soul, and everything, and technical mastery has gone into place. Yeah. The second one is the government, of course, the Indonesian government support towards the industry. Yeah. The third one is UNESCO recognition towards batik itself back in 2009 as one of the tangible
oral
heritage.
and intangible heritage of humanity. That's
exactly.
Right. I think this is a milestone for one of the milestones of batik is it's when the world, especially domestic or local consumers or people, start appreciating what batik is and start owning it.
Yes.
At
first, batik is, by all means, it's already been, recognized and also valued very highly, but only by, certain part of the society. The rest of them, of course, not because they do not value it, but they don't have the push, or they don't have yet the awareness. Because of those that I already mentioned, milestone so-called, suddenly there is a tipping point within Indonesian domestic market. Of course, the so-called evidence is the market size itself, right? If I'm not mistaken, I have some sources of data. If I'm not mistaken, last year, it's already nearly $1 billion industry. 10 trillion rupiah in revenue per year, total batik industry. But then yet again, if you delve into more closely of those numbers, I would say that, again, two sides of the coin. One side, hooray. Second side, what kind of batik exactly that we are looking into within that size of industry. 10 trillion rupiah is not small. Yeah. But majority of it belongs to what we call commodity itself. Batik as in printed batik. Some would say the Puritan or the purists, and some artists or artisans who say that whoa, that's
the ideal.
That's not batik. The batik that is recognized by UNESCO as an oral and intangible heritage of humanity is the one, hand drawn, or the stamp one. Printed is different kind of story. So
batik, let me just, before we get back to that, the total batik export between January and July this year is $85.5 million US. That is a huge number. Now, would you say that this derive from the actual batik industry, or this is, wouldn't say the byproduct, but the more commoditize?
Honestly speaking, because our business yet is actually going towards mainly domestics. Those numbers I don't have very viable data in my part to say, more in depth. But I believe so, because the other data that I have, the 10 trillion is majority of it is mainly the printed.
Right. Okay, so now how does what's the part Iwan Tirta or the Mahakarya is playing?
Being the foremost luxury player within the batik industry, of course we are playing within the hand-drawn and the stamp. To be exact, actually the hand-drawn, the one that requires 4 to 6 months of one piece to produce. It requires also a specific mastery of skill and technicalities. So that is what we're coming from. And if you're asking for numbers, it's a very niche market. Most probably just 5% of them. Most probably.
Okay.
Nobody counted yet.
We'll
so
get
we don't
to
have the data yet.
The right data yet. We'll get back to that. The happy side of the coin and the not so happy side of the coin.
The concerned one, not happy, but the concerned one.
The concerned one. All right. We'll be right back.